Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a new video, and in this video I'm going to be going back to Captain Underpants. I've done some videos of this in the past before, but they're kind of old and some of you might forgot about them, so I'm going to be coming back to them, and what's going to be different is I'm actually going to be starting from the beginning, as like I said, some of you could have forgot what happens in the story. I'll just be starting from the beginning and going on to I'll be ending this book. I'll go on to the part 2. This is a part 2 series of Dave's Pilkey. So let's get right into it. I'll show you the back. Oh, and before we get started, make sure you smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Comment down below what you think of Captain Underpants, maybe. And let's get right into it. So I'll read the back. A Sneeze Gone Wild in full color. It's Not Funny, featuring Flipperama, and I'm not going to read this whole thing because some of you could be boring, so if you want to read it, just pause the video and read it if you want. Then the title, I like the art on here, and plus Dave Pilkey, when he makes them, he paints them, and it makes it cool, look really cool, just like the cover a lot of all these books. Now in full color, Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of the BIONIC Booger Boy Part 1, The Night of the Nasty Nostril Nuggets, the 6th epic novel by Dave Pilkey, Caldecott Honor Artist. Let's get right into it. Hi everybody, and welcome to another one of our disastrous misadventures. Before we get started, check out this comic book to get the full scoop on our story so far. George and Harold proudly present The Awful Truth About Captain Underpants, a Treehouse comic production. Once upon a time, there was 2 cool kids named George and Harold. We da, man, me too. They had a mean old principal named Mr. Cruff. Grr, hey bubs, blah blah blah. One time, Mr. Krupp punished George and Harold. You have to obey my orders. So they got a 3D hypnotizing ring and hypnotized him. No way, you must obey us now. Okay. They made him think he was a superhero. You are now Captain Underpants. Yes, master. It was supposed to be a joke. Ha ha ha, tra la la. But it carried too far. I will go fight Cram now, window. Way too far. Hey, come back here, bub. Tra-la-la. Then one day he got attacked by a dandelion. Don't you hate it when that happens? Help. So George stole some superpower juice from a UFO. Ouchie. And gave it to him. Down the hatch. Look, look, look. Suddenly he got superpowers. Hey, I can fly now. I rule. Oh great, bummers. Nowadays, whenever Mr. Krupp hears anybody snap their fingers, snap, he turns in a you-know-who. Tra-la-la, uh-oh, not again. And the only way that you can stop him is if you pour water over on his head. What the? So whatever you do, don't snap your fingers around Mr. Krupp, okay? Then he turns back into Mr. Krupp. Hey, what's the big idea, bubs? The end. Chapter 1, George and Harold. This is George Beer and Harold Hutchkins. George is the kid on the left with the tie and the flat top. Harold is the one on the right with the t-shirt and the bad haircut. Remember that now. Please wash your hands after using the toilet. George's and Harold's grade in school were much like whales in the ocean. They rarely rose above sea level. Please wash your hands to the toilet. Melvin Sneedley, however, he's the kid down there with the bow tie and glasses. always got straight A's. Because Melvin was so academically gifted, people just assumed he was a lot smarter than George and Harold. But that wasn't true. You see, George and Harold were every bit as smart as the straight A students, but in a different way. In a way that couldn't be measured by quizzes or worksheets. Please wash your hands in the toilet. Maybe George and Harold couldn't spell very well or remember the multiplication tables. Perhaps their grammar weren't too good either. But when it came to saving the Terran planet from the nasty forces of whatever evil, there was nobody better than George Beard and Harold Hutchins. Please wash your hands in the toilet. It's a good thing that George and Harold were smart enough to get themselves out of trouble, because their silliness was always getting them into trouble. In fact, one time they got into a really snotty situation. Before I can tell you that story, I have to tell you this story. Chapter 2, Squishies, Part 1. It was demonstration speech day in Miss Ribble's 4th grade English class. Every student had to give an oral report demonstrating how to do something. First up was Tim Bronski and Steve Lopner, who demonstrated how to give a speech they haven't prepared for. They got a D-. Next up were Jessica Gordon and Stephanie Wyckoff, who demonstrated how to cook a frozen lasagna in a pop-up toaster. After the firemen left, it was George and Harold's turn. Harold carefully tacked some charts and graphs onto the wall, while George brought up a large garbage can with a toilet seat shape taped to the top. Side view. Squishies. 1. Ketchup. Cross section. Seat. Bumpy thing. Ketchup bowl. Side view. Ladies and gentlemen, said George, today Harold and I are gonna demonstrate how to do a squishy. First, you need 2 packs of ketchup and a toilet seat. Next, said Harold as he pointed to the display chart, you must fold the ketchup packs in half and carefully place them under the toilet seat. Make sure that the packs are under those front bumpy thingies on the bottom of the seat. Now, once the ketchup packs are in place, said Harold, all you have to do is wait for somebody to sit down on the toilet seat. Do we have any volunteers? Come on, said George. Who wants a squishy? Although nobody in the class wanted to sit on the toilet seat, everybody wanted to see what would happen if somebody actually did. So George grasped one side of the toilet seat, Harold grasped the other, and together they pushed down. Splat, splat. Everyone in the class was thrilled except for 2 kids sitting directly in front of the toilet seat, where some were less than thrilled. Sorry. This just went here. Hooray for squishies, the children shouted. Now, normally George and Harold's teacher, Miss Ribble, would have been very angry about this particular demonstration speech. She would have yelled on and on about immediatable behavior and how it's not nice to spray ketchup into people's underwear. But Miss Ribble had changed quite a bit since the last book, and now she was all about fun. Come on, kids, shouted Miss Ribble. Let's all run into the cafeteria and grab some ketchup packs. Squishies for everybody! Hooray, cried the children as they bounded up from their seats and dashed toward the classroom door. Not so fast, shouted Melvin Sleedley, who still stood blocking the door with his arms spread defiantly. You guys are so immature. And we will stop here for now on chapter 3. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell. just smash it like as hard as you can, maybe with a hammer. Not too hard, because some of you break your devices when you do that. Not too hard, remember? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.